to our Ayurveda talk. I am Marie and I am an Ayurvedic health practitioner here to help you make your life better. And our talk for the next few weeks is going to all be about the Ayurveda fall cleanse rejuvenation. Just like last week, I want to just remind you we have lots of turbulence and disturbances going on in the outside environment. It is hurricane season, tornado season. There's a lot of weather disturbances, big weather disturbances going on. And that's how these changes of hot temperatures are being impacted by cool temperatures coming in. And the same thing is happening inside of us. So I cannot stress enough how important it is that we consider a fall cleanse. If nothing else, just do something really simple like clean up your diet and really focus on removing excess heat. And if you don't know how to do that, then you're just going to want to join maybe the first couple of online classes that I'm doing for the Ayurvedic cleanse so that you get an idea of how to do that. But I will give you the basic idea of what you want to do for food. So when we do an Ayurveda cleanse, you want to clean up your diet. We want to lighten the diet. And the reason for that is because we don't want the body focusing on digestion. We want it actually focusing on regenerating, rejuvenating. So removing toxins, which is what the cleanse is going to do, and then rejuvenate and regenerate. If you are eating heavy, big meals, then your body is going to be focusing on digesting. And honestly, most people are eating way more than they should. We don't need these giant meals. Like, I don't remember if that restaurant, the Claim Jumper that used to be in, I never went there once. I think maybe once, maybe. It just wasn't my cup of tea because I didn't need a meal that fed 5 people. And that's what that place, the meals were like for the Jolly Green Giant. But in the Ayurveda, we're adjusting meals appropriate for each individual based on your constitution. But also, we want to consider what's going on in the season, what's going on in our environment. And because there's excess heat, everybody right now needs to be going more towards a little bit more towards a pitta reducing diet because we all need to be pulling out that excess heat. What does that mean? It means we need to cool the body down so that we can stabilize it. So instead of having these big disturbances like what's happening in the atmosphere with hurricanes and tornadoes, we want to stabilize the body. So we're going into winter feeling strong and stable and not getting jerked around by what's happening in the atmosphere. So you clean up your diet, you eliminate all toxins, right? What are known toxins? Well, alcohol, drugs, processed food, junk food, get it out. Anything processed, it's coming in a package. No, you want to switch over to fresh food that you can get from the farmer's market. And you want to have food that is locally grown as much as possible because then you're going to get all of that, the micro organisms that are in the earth. You then ingest that and then help your body deal with allergies and things like that. You're less likely to have allergies if you're eating locally and seasonally. I was just sent a video to a friend of mine who was a Western medicine doctor who was talking about nutrition, and she said, and make sure you eat seasonal types foods, seasonal vegetables and fruits, and locally grown. And she said that, and I was like, oh my God, I never come across that. A lot of Western doctors, they're not even trained in nutrition, or if they do have nutrition training, it's very minimal. And this gal not only knew what she was talking about, she even said, make sure you're eating based on the season and locally. It's really going to make a difference in your health. You want to have what's called a Sattvic diet, Sattvic. And Sattvic means pure. That's what it means. Clean, pure diet. So no canned food. There's no life force in canned food. No prana. There's none. So you want food that just came out of the ground, and that's going to be really fresh and Sattvic. Light and pure foods. And if you are cooking your foods, they need to be well cooked, especially for the cleanses, because it's all about simplifying digestion. Want to really simplify everything. Whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, millet, and barley. That's going to be based on your constitution, but those are all more pitta reducing. And so heat reducing. And you can have basmati rice as well. Fresh, well cooked vegetables that are appropriate based on your food list. Fresh fruits, stewed fruits are fine. And you also want to have proteins like nuts and well-cooked beans. And they say well-cooked because if your beans are not well-cooked, you're going to have digestive issues. And we want to make sure that your diet is very high in nutrients, but easy to digest, because we want the body focusing on removing toxins. Digestion requires a lot of energy. So when we're doing a cleanse, that's why we simplify it so that digestion isn't requiring so much. When there's less energy required for digestion due to consuming a more simple, pure diet, then your digestion process becomes more efficient. And the food will be digested and incorporated and absorbed. And the remaining energy reserves will be put towards removing toxins, eliminating toxins, which get lodged in our tissues, all the tissues. Okay? I also want to encourage you to just kind of consider how long it takes to digest. So you have several stages of digestion. If you're in the first stage of digestion, which is actually chewing on the food and saliva is released, and then it moves into the third stage of digestion, so past the stomach, then what's going to happen is you want to help that full digestion take place. So you allow 4 to 5 hours in between meals. We do not encourage snacking in Ayurveda. You hear people go, oh, well, I thought that grazing was a good diet. No, it's not, because you're messing with the digestive stages. If you're in the first stage and you're moving down and you're only in stage 1 or 2 or 3, and you eat again, your body's going to stop. All that food that hasn't been fully digested now becomes toxins, because your body then goes back to stage 1. To really let food fully digest. And you'll feel better when you do that. Okay, the other thing that will happen when we do this Ayurvedic cleanse, we will talk about strengthening your digestion, the digestive fire. That's called your Agni, and that's important because that's connected to your appetite. It's connected to your metabolism. So if you have a weak appetite, you don't really crave, or you're not hungry, that's telling me you have a digestive imbalance, okay? So lots of digestive imbalances out there. Gas, bloating, those are elimination issues. Indigestion, heartburn, belching, nausea, not having an appetite, that's sluggish digestion, that's a problem. Variable appetite, I'm hungry, then I'm not hungry, then I'm hungry, then I'm not hungry. That's a problem too. No, we want to stabilize all of it. Nice, strong, consistent appetite, strong, consistent Agni, digestive fire. So that is our talk for tonight. Super simple. I really want to encourage everybody, really going to work hard to get everybody doing the fall cleanse, at least some variation of it. And I'm just getting ready to send out my email. Should go out tomorrow. I am doing it totally different, you guys. So instead of here's the price for the entire cleanse, I'm doing a la carte. You can come to the online class. You can do a 15-minute call with me. You can come in and see me. You have options. So it's really going to be up to you. You can pick and choose what you need and what you want to know. And then I would encourage all the online live courses because I will basically be giving you all the information you need to know. All right, here's what we're doing. Week 1 of the cleanse. And the other thing that's great too, you guys, is you don't have to start when I'm starting it. If you are going on a vacation or something like that, you can start the week after. You could start this cleanse anytime from now until October, middle of October. You have some time, but I would get it going. You want to do it now because we really are experiencing the temperatures changing big time. People are having lots of imbalances. So please join me for the online cleanse, and it'll be really easy, very affordable, and everybody wants to do it so you can stabilize your system and you're not dealing with an internal hurricane or tornado. And we want to just keep everything nice and steady as we move into that nice, harsh winter. Okay, so fall is really variable, so we want to really stabilize the system.